So, should you pay off your house before retirement? Seems like an obvious choice, but it might not be.
Might not be. Yeah, it's not for everybody.
No, there's 5 different things we're going to talk about today about what you should think about before you consider paying off your house, paying off the mortgage. First one, Devin, what is it?
It might be, an emotional decision versus a mathematical decision. Everybody emotionally anyway kind of feels like maybe that'd be the best thing to do. Pay off the mortgage, have the house all to yourself.
Yeah. Well, we definitely have had people say they sleep better at night knowing the house is paid for. And there's something to that. So we don't discount that at all. And then we have other people who say, well, what financially is the best decision? What makes the most sense? Right. And so, well, we can always run the numbers, and depending on your mortgage interest rate, say, well, heck, if you have a really low interest rate, and then it might make sense to mathematically to say not pay it off.
Right. Yeah. I've often said to clients in past videos that we've done that, those that have very low mortgages, you probably want to keep those, in my opinion. It may not always be the case, but I myself would rather keep my low rate mortgage, and I'd rather sell one of my kids if I had to do it
all over again.
All over again, absolutely. So,
how many kids do you have now?
I will refrain from commenting.
Also has a little bit to do with cash flow. Really, retirement, cash is king. So as long as you have enough cash coming in to pay your bills, retirement, that's what you want.
Exactly. Yeah, we both dealt with people that have paid off their mortgage and then they don't have a whole lot left.
Yeah.
And that's a tough situation to be in. So.
Yeah, well, it's real hard to eat your house.
And I've heard you say that before, if you can eat one of the rooms, then maybe you can make a go of it.
And down the road in retirement, you can get a line of credit or do some other lending to generate some additional cash flow.
Right.
But if you've used up a significant portion of your assets to pay off the mortgage, now all of a sudden, times can get tough.
Yeah, it can be a difficult position to be in, for sure.
So that's number 3. Number 4 is tax consequences.
Yeah, obviously, there is a deduction typically with mortgage interest, and so that might be helpful for some folks, certainly.
And I was thinking about, well, heck, if you had to maybe pay off or were thinking about paying off a significant mortgage, $300, $500 million mortgage, and okay, so you wanted to cash that out of maybe a pre-tax retirement account. Well,
costly.
Holy moly, you're going to have to pull out a significant amount above that after you've paid tax. Might push you up into the very highest tax bracket, 37%.
So there's added consequences to that as well. With Medicare, and the cost of Medicare would definitely be a whole lot higher.
Yeah. So with IRMA, there's an additional, it's not really a penalty, but it's an additional cost associated with your Medicare Part B. There actually is a Medicare tax, depending on which tax rate you bump into. So that's an additional tax. So you got to be very careful to not get pushed into a higher tax bracket. That's why we recommend seeing your CPA or other tax professional to review your personal situation before you were going to say, well, heck, gosh, I got the money in my IRA. I'm just going to cash it out and pay off the mortgage.
Right. Yeah.
Be very careful.
Very, very careful. Yeah. Yep.
And last, go ahead.
I was just going to say, and then there's the hybrid approach, which I tend to like. I tend to go over obviously all of the different options for folks, and some folks land on the hybrid approach.
Yeah, that hybrid approach, just for definition, that would be maybe paying it off over a course of 3 years. So not taking the big tax hit in 1 year, spreading that out, and trying to maximize maybe the amount that you're drawing to not push you into the next tax bracket or the second higher tax bracket.
Right.
Just trying to minimize that. And so there's some tax planning and strategy that goes along with that. So those are the kinds of things that we look at that we can help you on whether or not it makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
So At conclusion, it is a personal situation. We recommend visiting with your financial professional and a tax professional. So thanks for watching.